Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Guys, hello everybody. So good to see all my talented bunch of people here again for our class 4 of handwriting, the art of creating alphabets, the art of drawing alphabets. So I hope that all of you are doing well and enjoying all the hobby classes on Uolo. And we just played the submission process for you all. In case you have joined in late and missed onto that, don't worry. The same would be repeated towards the end of this particular class. So there's nothing to worry about, but just make sure that you all are attending the classes. And for the classes that you have been attending, you are consistently making submissions for that particular class. So the benefits of making your submissions are again for you only because, first of all, you could track your progress as a whole. Secondly, you could also hold a chance of getting featured in the top 10 submissions of that particular class, which is uploaded or featured on the website. So that are all the benefits that are for you, and for us, it is a token of thanks. It brings a huge smile on the face of the teachers who are watching all your submissions. So if you have been attending the classes, make sure that you are also making the submissions. And yes, so that's it. I hope you have followed that, and I hope that you are also ready for the class to begin. So I don't see a good number of people joining in yet. So let's wait for a few seconds. Till then, give me a big, beautiful smile. Give me a big, beautiful smile and give me a thumbs up in the chat section as well that you are ready for the class to begin. So I'll give you a quick 15 seconds till then we have good number of people joining in, and I also want you all to put in the thumbs ups in the chat section that you're ready with your art materials and you're all excited for the class to begin. And the next is give me a big beautiful smile. Come on, I want to see smiles on all the corners of my screen, and then I shall get started by sharing the screen, and then we are going to dive into the fun activity. Come on, quickly, thumbs up coming in and a quick, beautiful, bright smile. Yes, there we go. Also, the number of people joining the class has increased now. That's a great response. Awesome. So So I see some thumbs ups coming in, and I think we could get some more thumbs ups. Come on, each and everybody who's attending the class, give me a thumbs up. Show some excitement that yes, ma'am, you're ready for the class to begin. Let's start the activity for today. Yes, come on. So there we go. I'm sharing the screen now. And don't worry about the art materials because you know that I discuss the art materials and give you a good number of substitutes for it as well. So don't worry if you are not aware about the art materials yet, because I would be discussing those very much in detail, especially for my sweet people attending this class. Okay. All right. Awesome. So this is the class 4 of hand lettering now. And by now, we already know the difference between hand lettering and calligraphy. To give you a quick brief about it, hand lettering has no rules, it has no specific tools, whereas in calligraphy, you need to follow some basic rules, and there are also some specific tools which you may follow for calligraphy. But hand lettering is all about creativity onto paper. So whatever you think, you can just put it onto paper in the form of letters, in the form of alphabets, in the form of words, in the form of quotes, and anything with alphabets. And it is called as a hand lettering piece of art. Okay, so that was a quick information for anybody who's not aware about what is hand lettering, or somebody who couldn't recollect what is hand lettering. And I think now it's time to get started with the class. So let's begin by first understanding the art supplies or the art materials that we need. The first basic art material here is an A5 size of white sheet. So understand this particular thing is an A5 size of white sheet. In case you're not having a white drawing sheet, you can use any other color sheet that is available at your place. If you're having a larger size, if you're having an A4 size, you can just cut it into half and use the A5 size part of it. The half part of it is called the size A5. The smaller part of A4 is called as A5. Next, in case you're not having any of these, I'm sure you would be having a notebook. So just go grab a sheet from your notebook, or you can simply take a notebook and find a rough, new, fresh page and get started with that. So these with the number of substitutes that I get. So I don't want anybody to leave this class on the basis that you don't have a particular art material. Come on, I know you would be having a notebook, so you can just quickly grab a sheet from that and use that. In case you're having a white sheet, in case you're having any other colored sheet, that's fine as well. That's awesome. That would totally work. Okay, that's the first material that we need. Second, we need a pencil. Of course, we are going to create some rough sketches. So we need a pencil. Make sure that the pencil is nice, fresh, sharpened. It has a pointed edge. So that's a pencil. I need a pencil to be with you as we are going to draw a rough sketch. So that's a pencil that I'm using. The third one here are these crayons. These are wax crayons particularly, and I don't have much of these shapes, just some basic ones. So these are wax crayons. Now for crayons, what you can use is color pencils, you can use oil pastels, you can use pencil colors, you can use plastic crayons, any colors that is available, any set of colors that are available at your place. In case you don't have any crayons available, you can also use paint. So in case you're using paint, make sure that you have a brush and a water container along with you as well. Or you can also make use of sketch pens. So you must be watching that I already have a set of sketch pens available here. So that's just a quick hint that you can also use sketch pens over here. So I'm going to use a combination of crayons and sketch pens here. So at some places I would use crayons, at some places I would use sketch pens. So you need not necessarily have both of these, but just one of these, something to color with would be fine. But for sketch pen, it would be great if you have a black sketch pen available with you. In case you're not having this black sketch pen as well, the good substitute for it is a black ballpoint pen or a black gel pen. Okay, so the part of outlining the rough sketch with black ink is crucial as well. So that's the reason we need a black sketch pen or a black ballpoint pen or a black gel pen. So anything which has black ink would be fine for this class. So just make sure that you are having at least something with a black ink and something to fill colors with. That is all about these two materials that I have over here. So that is it. That's all about the art materials. I've been keeping the art materials pretty basic for this particular class because this class is going to be totally meditative, right? I'm not going to share much of technicalities, not much of, rules or something to be followed. Just purely creativity onto paper. We'll just enjoy doodling something, a little bit of hand lettering, and just have an awesome time together. There's nothing to worry about the art materials or the illustration because I want all of you, everybody of you, to just enjoy this class with me. Okay, that is all that we need in the class, and here we go. So we're good to get started with the class. So I'm just keeping the crayons and the sketch pens aside. We'll first begin by drawing a rough sketch. So I'm taking a pencil over here. I'm ready with a pencil, but a quick note for you is that this is the first time that I'm creating something. So for the first time, as always, I want all of y'all to have your eyes on the screen, and when I repeat the same thing, you can draw along with me. Okay, so for the first time, all eyes on screen, and when I repeat it, I say, kids, come on, y'all can draw along with me. So that time, y'all can take your pencils, take your crayons, and then start creating it with me. All right, so let us begin. First, I'm going to create a rough sketch. I start from the top portion, slightly the top portion of the sheet, and I draw two tiny vertical lines. So I'm just drawing these two tiny vertical lines, and now I'm going to join the two ends of these vertical lines with each other. Okay, so that was the first part. Don't worry, I will be repeating it, but let's see the next step as well first. Now I'm going to extend these vertical lines with the help of two curved lines. So these are the two curved lines that I've created over here by extending the vertical lines. So just below the first part, we are going to extend the lines, make curved lines, and then again join these two with the help of a horizontal line. All right. So we are done up till here. I'm going to quickly repeat it for you all. So this time, for everybody who hasn't drawn with me, you all can start with me. So first, we start by drawing two tiny vertical lines slightly at the top portion of the sheet. Just two tiny vertical lines. And then we are going to connect these ends of the vertical lines with each other. We quickly draw these two horizontal lines which are connecting the tiny vertical lines. Now we are going to quickly extend this portion by drawing two curved lines below it, and again joining these two tiny curved lines with the help of a horizontal with a slightly curved line. Okay, so that is the first two portion that we have created up till now. Let's move to the next step now. I'm going to create a larger curve. So just to make a little more sense to you from now itself, I'm creating a lantern over here. Okay, so we have just created the lid portion of the lantern, and now we're creating the main body, the glass part of it. So I'm going to draw a long curve, a larger curved line for the main glass part of the lantern. So on one side, I've created a larger curve, but I do not move right till the bottom of the sheet. I stop somewhere at a little above where the sheet ends, and the same curve on the opposite side as well. So we are creating a lantern over here, as I said. So this is nothing but the main glass, the body of the lantern, and I have created these two curved lines. And lastly, we are going to connect these two curved lines again with a slightly curved line. All right, so I think it's time to repeat this thing again. So it's time for all of us to draw along. So we start by creating a curve, a longer curve like the body of the lantern. the same long curve on the opposite side as well. Okay, there we go. And then we connect these two with the help of a slight curved line. Awesome. So we are done with the lid of the lantern. We are done with the main body of the lantern, which is the glass part of it, which is slightly transparent. And now it is time to give it a base. So the similar thing, the thing that we drew on the top side, the lid, we are going to draw on the bottom side as well. Quickly observe it on your screen. I'm going to again draw these two curved lines and then connect these two curved lines. And again, lastly, we give two tiny horizontal lines and connect them with the help of a horizontal line. So two tiny vertical lines and we connect them with the help of a horizontal line. Quickly repeating this for you all. Once done, we are going to give a good base, a good support to the lantern so that it could stand. So that's the reason I've drawn these two tiny curved lines followed by the two tiny vertical lines. And I join all of these with the help of the horizontal lines. So once done with the body, the lid, the base of the lantern, I'm just going to quickly go ahead and add some few details to this area. So I'm adding a lid, a handle at the lid, so just a tiny handle at the lid. So I've just created two inverted U's over here. Then we'll add a handle to this side as well. So just like the handle of a cup that we have, simple cup handle that we have, we are going to create it here, just slightly longer. And we'll give the same parallel handle inside. So we're just going to give double outlines to each piece. The same handle on the opposite side as well, just to ensure that it is of the same height and the size. I'm just creating tiny dots as indicators that where I have to begin the handle and where I have to end this particular handle. Okay, so also if you're not having enough space at the sides, you all can just completely skip this process. Just give a handle at the top, the lid of the lantern, and that would be fine as well. But if you have good amount of space at the sides, you all can prefer just giving this particular handle at the sides as well. Okay, so I'm done with giving these two side handles. Now I'm going to just go ahead and add a little bit of details here and there, because as I said, we're not going to follow any rules. We're not going to follow too much techniques here, and we're just going to free flow doodle over here. So I'm just going ahead and adding a twig of leaves over here. So I'm just creating few leaves over here near the handle. If you wish to follow the same, you can do that. But if you want to draw a flower in case of a leaf, that's fine. It's totally up to you. And if you feel that you don't have enough space and you want to omit or skip this particular process of creating these leaves, that's fine as well. I'm just creating these leaves on both the sides near the handle. All right. We're done with some basic sketch. I'm not going to repeat the leaves part because it's pretty easy, and also I said that you all can skip the process if you don't have enough space. So we are just done with the lantern. We are done with the two handles of the lantern, the lid of the handle, and this course is about hand lettering. Come on. So we need to add some hand lettering portion to it, right? So the center portion where there's a lot of space, we are going to hand letter a beautiful code there. And the most beautiful part of this particular class is that I am going to write a code in a regular normal handwriting. It could be a little cursive, or it could vary in the sizes as well, because trust me, when I am drawing this, even I am just enjoying the process and not focusing too much on techniques. So I'm just going to write a quote. So inside the lamp portion, we are going to write a quote. I'm not going to reveal the quote entirely right now. As and when we complete each and every word of of the quote, I'm going to reveal it. All right. So y'all can also start drawing the alphabet with me. So as I said, you are free to follow any kind of creativity for writing these alphabets. The first letter is B. The first word of this quote is B. That is what I've written up till now. So B. The next word is A. So it's A. So B, A. And if you also notice, I've given given the alphabet B in capital, then in small, and I've again given the alphabet A in capital. So I'm not following any kind of rules here. I'm purely enjoying the process, and that's what I expect you all to do as well. So B, next word is light. So I'm just writing this, and again, this time if you spot, it's again a different kind of font, a different way of writing the letters. I'm not following a typical process here. I'm following different kind of techniques over here. So be a light for. So I'm writing the word for. Make sure that you're not making any spelling mistakes over here. Be careful about the spelling. If you are confused, you all can quickly have a look at the screen. The next word is all. So be a light for all, followed by 2. Up till now, we have reached be a light for all 2. And the last word is remaining again. But quickly have a look at the quote. If you haven't begun writing this along with me, it's time to get started. Start by writing this quote. And if you are already with me, don't worry, I'm moving to the next, the last word of this quote. Be a light for all to see. That is what the quote is. To be a light for all to see. And I'm just done with this rough sketch. I'm going to quickly go ahead and outline everything, even the hand letter, the quote portion with the black sketch pen. So just go ahead, give an outline to your drawing, the rough sketch with a black sketch pen, or if you're not using a black sketch pen, the black ballpoint pen or the black gel pen. In case any of these are not available at your place, you can just skip this process, and till the time you can just relax or maybe watch your friends showing their illustrations on the screen. Okay, so we all are going to quickly give an outline, but in the process of being quick, we're not going to compromise on the neatness of this particular illustration. So as I keep repeating this in each and every class, is that you need not rush the process. In case you haven't completed your artworks along with me or till the time the class ends, it's totally fine. You all can still complete that artwork after the class ends and then make your submission. All right. So I'm just giving an outline over here. And till the time I give an outline, let's quickly understand this illustration a little bit in detail. So be a light for all to see. So could you please connect both of these? Could you connect the quote and the rough sketch or the illustration that we have created around it? So the quote was be a light for all to see. So I caught the word light. I emphasized on the word light, and I thought of creating something related to light around it. So that's how the process of hand lettering is about. When you're into a quote, say you are hand lettering a quote and you want to draw some kind of illustration around it, you can quickly pick a word which is like a center of interaction for that quote and try creating something related to it around the hand lettered portion. So that is what we have been doing up till now in the previous classes as well, of creating an illustration which predominantly connects with the hand lettered portion. So the hand lettered portion and the illustration are in sync with each other. So that's what I've done over here, and that's the reason we have created the lamp or the lantern, which we could call it as. So that was what the technique of hand lettering is about. So as I said, I'm going to also outline or overdraw the hand lettered quote portion with the black sketch pen as well. So that is what I'm doing right over here. Also, if you haven't reached up till here, if you haven't started with your sketch pen outlines, it's totally fine. You can just continue at your own speed. Just make sure that your artworks are neat and you'll love them at the end. Okay. Also, it's fine if you just end up making mistakes here and there, because I understand it might be the first time for all of us doing so much of hand lettering. It's fine for the first time. With a little bit of practice, you'll get this technique over a period of time. So it takes a little while for all of us to catch up some kind of techniques, right? It's fine if you're still not able to catch this up, if you're still at a step prior. You need not really rush the process, but I hope you all are enjoying the process, okay? So be a light for all to see, and we have created a beautiful lamp around it, a lantern around it, which emphasizes the word light. All right, so I'm on the last word now. I'm just outlining the last word here. Just the last word. And once done, it's time to add in colors. So I'm going to use wax crayons here. I'll start by using a pink shade here. And I'm coloring the base of the lamp, the lantern. And since I'm using these wax crayons have a tendency of leaving these tiny white gaps in between. So it's fine if you're also witnessing these white gaps. The same paint I'm also going to use on the top portion, the lid portion here. In case you're not having pink, you can use any choice of colors. You can use green, you can use orange, because as I said, you need not follow the exact procedure. I just want you all to enjoy the process as a whole. So I'm moving next with a red wax crayon and coloring the balance portion of the base of the lamp and the lid. So I'll go ahead with the same red color for the lid as well. So coloring the lid portion here. I'm just quickly coloring the lid portion with a red wax crayon. Any form or any medium would be fine. If you're using paints, you can just go ahead with those. You're using oil pastels, color pencils, plastic crayons, totally fine as well. I'm just done with the lid and the base. I'm going to quickly go ahead and add color to the side leaves, the side details that I've provided here. I'm going to quickly add a bright light green shade to the leaves. Just adding some color to the leaves before we move a step ahead. Time for this yellow. And now I'm going to quickly add color inside this portion where we have hand lettered the quote. I'm adding a shade of yellow to the entire area where we have hand lettered the quote, just to create an illusion that there's light shining inside the lamp. So what better than using a yellow color for showing that brightness, right? Just coloring inside the lantern, the main focus area, with a yellow shade. And if you see the handles and the lids, they are quite small. So the crayons that I'm using here are quite jumbo and may not be feasible for me to, color it clean enough. So I'm just going ahead with a shade of sketch pen for the lids, for the handles and for the handle on the lid over here. I'm just going ahead with a red sketch pen and adding color to the handles because as I said, my crayons couldn't reach that area because they are too large in size and I didn't want my artwork to look untidy or colors moving out of that handle. So I just switched to this sketch pen. And also the thing that I said in the beginning was I'm going to use a combination of the sketch pens and crayons to fill colors into this illustration. That is what I'm doing right here. Okay, I see some of you all just showing your artworks to me. And trust me, you guys have been doing a beautiful job. Some of your illustration looks even better than me, trust me. It's a beautiful job. I think you all have just mastered this particular technique of hand lettering and also of coloring and choosing the great color combinations. All talented masterpieces sitting here. Yes, I'm just done with the coloring. In case you're yet to complete it, it's totally fine. I said you all can complete it after this class ends and then make your submissions. I'm just done with the illustration. We created a basic yet beautiful illustration in this class with crayon. And that was the end of this class. I hope you guys enjoyed the class 4 of hand lettering. I'm eagerly looking forward to receiving your submissions. So make sure that once your illustrations are complete, you're making your submissions. And I'll see you in the new course. And if there are specific demands for what course you want to have, what art form you want to learn, you all can quickly reach out to us and drop in your suggestions. So that's it for today. So we had our last class of hand lettering, and I hope that you have enjoyed this whole course and enjoyed today's class as well. And make sure you do your submissions, and I'll see you super duper soon with yet another class, with yet another course. Till then, please take care of yourself and just keep enjoying all the hobby classes on Uolo. All right. So bye-bye. Take care.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session, and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app. I'm eagerly